O2OPZ. O3 Echo.
1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 radio check. 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 radio check. 1 2 3 4 5 radio
1 2
check.
3 4 5 radio check.
1 2 3 4 5 radio check.
1 2 3 4 5 radio check.
Hello, today I would like to show you something that I recently found and what I believe is the best quality network radio you can currently purchase. This is going to fit a very specific area of a commercial grade unit that do not have a display. As you can see on my desk, I've got a couple of Motorola public safety / commercial radios. The only exception is the Hytera, which is like a more business radio that is a license free. But they've got one thing common: they are quite expensive and they are really good quality ones. And between of them, over here, over there, we've got this cheap Chinese, maybe not that completely cheap unit, but this is not a radio, this is a smartphone that is running Android. I was completely against idea of having radio without screen. There is a very simple reason for that. I was imagining that there might be a software update that will require clicking a checkbox. I read the agreement and hit OK. Just very simple thing that can happen and happening many times. And this can make your radio useless in the field if that happened. But I've got an interesting story. Recently I was creating a mesh network. In the base installation I've got a radio tone mobile base radio that was permanently fixed. It was hooked up to the Wi-Fi, and changing the mesh network to the mesh was require me to change the password. And that was actually a moment when I realized that this radio was sitting there set up with Zello for over a year. Over a year, maybe like 5 days from a moment where I published the video. You can backlog my video about the radio tone mobile radio. Maybe like 5 days from moment of releasing the video, I mount it and I didn't touch it to this moment when I have to change the password. And this completely blew my mind, and I realized that yeah, maybe I do not need screen every day on an Android radio. That was the breaking point. And with this breaking point, I decided to give it a try. I first started with the T199, and I was not very happy about this unit, and I was looking for something better, and I came across this Inrico T192, which completely blown my expectations. Go to the most interesting part. In general, when we are shopping on China, we are looking at the picture, and on the picture everything looks cool, everything looks great, they look professional. But since they arrive and you can have two radios in hand, you start seeing the difference in the build quality. And that's the reason why I've got these commercial grade radios, and there is really not much difference. This is the This is the DP4800, and they've got like exactly the same model without a screen, without a keyboard. And if I would put a Motorola logo on this, it will be really hard to tell that this is not a Motorola. That's like my completely honest opinion. If we swap the antenna to be a little bit longer, this is I'm not saying that from a technical reason, but if we just put a longer antenna here, then if we stick a Motorola logo, it will be really hard to tell the difference even if I'm holding them both in my hand. They looks very close, and they do present a really good. They've got a extremely good build quality. Those are made of rubber. This feel a little bit more plasticky than the genuine, but still I would say it's so good copy. I mean, we should not be happy that someone is stealing from Motorola, but since Motorola is not interested in a network radio segment, then we take what we get. And they look so close. I'm not sure what kind of ingress protection do those radios got, that I decided to get the M6 style connector, and I'm pretty sure it's not going to work with a genuine headset. I'm pretty sure that you will have to use the Chinese knockoff because there will be a different wiring. And I ordered that mic, so we are going to make a test. But in general, it is looking absolutely amazing. And does it work amazing? So the Zello from a couple revisions, it's completely supporting the channel knob. The voice synthesizer is going to read the channel number.
01 base, 020 PZ, 03 echo.
So I've got only program like a dispatch, the private call to dispatch, and the echo if I just want to test it. Here we've got the volume knob, and we can make a test. So
020 03 echo.
okay, I just wanted to make sure that I'm a echo, and 1 2 3 4 5 radio check. 1 2 3 4 5 radio check. 1 2 3 4 5 radio testing. 1 2 3 4 5 radio testing. So the volume is really loud. You can clearly read that on the street. Absolutely no problem understanding what's going on. Let me show you the rest of the ingress protection. So I decided to use the M1 to get a better IP rating. Here we've got the battery, and this is something interesting. This is a metal clip that is pulling the battery to the radio. This is not a plastic. This is a metal. Here is a lock, and I'm going to unlock it, and now it can go like this. And let's take a look what's going to happen. And we've got the battery. And the interesting thing is that around this battery you've got a rubber seal. You can see this is a really good seal. Just like I told you, metal chassis, absolutely great. Here's the SIM card. I didn't connect it to the Wi-Fi. The Zello is using so low amount of data that I got a yearly plan for it. And this is how it looks like. So you are going to grab the battery, lock it like this and secure here. And when it's going to boot up, now it's booting up, it takes some time, but it's going to tell you all these steps, like it's searching for network, and then hopefully it's going to enable the Zello and you will be able to use it like it was. So we've got a couple of buttons that can be programmed. The PTT and the channel knob work out of box. I do not have to do anything except of installing the Zello app. And you can hear the Chinese sound. Under that flap it says Inrico. I just put the date to what kind, what date I've got purchased a SIM card and how long it's going to be valid. So I'm going to make a constant look where do I have to renew the contract. And this is how it looks like. Really here we've got a side-by-side a professional radio, and we've got this Chinese stuff. It's really looking like a good quality. You cannot tell, and it's heavy. The battery have a good seal. We've got a good IP rating. This is like a plastic membrane, so I'm pretty sure that that's also giving you a good water rejection. So no problem if you
Searching network.
Oh my goodness, that was so loud. So as you can hear, it's searching the network, and after you boot up, it found, and after a moment it will load the Zello and you will be able to use it as it was. So with the Zello, if you would like to have a contact assigned to the channel, this is like a rotary encoder, you just add a 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 10 or 15 before your contact's name, and it's going to be mapped to that channel. So I renamed the Zello Echo Test to 03 space Echo, and that's how I've got it connected to the map to channel 3. I've decided to go with version that have a M6 side port, but they are making a version with a Kenwood style. This is going to definitely give you a most rugged connection, more solid and better ingress protection. The Kenwood type of plug is going to definitely give you a more option to purchase a cheaper shoulder microphones, but I've decided to go that route. The T199 can be programmed by a side port micro USB connector. This unit can be programmed by the side port and by the pins under the battery. And you have to ask yourself, is this important for you? Because for some application, need for a special cable or adapter is going to be good thing. Then that can be, for example, when you are renting these radios or you are giving them to your worker, to your security team, then you don't want to anyone just plug a micro USB cable and be able to see what's going on. This option would require someone to buying a cable or a rigging, playing with the pins. So that's not going that something that someone can make in a break, just being bored and yeah, let's connect. If they see a micro USB connector, they can be like, okay, let's plug it and see what's going to happen. But if you are only using the radio by yourself, and if you do not require that ingress protection, you can get the cheaper one model that have a micro USB, and it will be a much cheaper to operate.
01 base. 02 OP, 03 echo.
So this is how it looks like. The network radio looks really nice. The most important concern is the Android version. I believe it was 4.2, which is quite old. This is very stable version, very well known, but it is obsolete. To get the Zello running on this unit, I had to download like the older version, not the newest one. So that might be a concern, because I'm not sure if we will be able to get a firmware update for this unit to get something modern. If that's the case, I saw exactly the same looking unit that got the LTE. This is a 3G. There is a 4G version with a higher model number. You can search Inrico 4G and you are going to find exactly the same looking unit. And I'm pretty sure as a newer model it's going to get the newer Android, but that's just what I think. And this is how it looks like. Yeah, the base charging station, we forget about them. So here you've got the Motorola Impress, and you've got this cheap Chinese, and the cheap Chinese looks absolutely great, works absolutely great. To some extent, I would say it's even better than the Motorola one. That's because it's more heavy. I'm not saying by any means that it's better. Those are very complicated Impress chargers that are way superior, but they put some sort of weight, so it is much more nicer to throw. If we just compare the weight, it is really nice charger, and it's red when it's charging, green when it's not charging. When it's fully charged, I believe it's measuring just the current that is flowing. They set some sort of limit, and that make the green to glow red or green. So as you can see, it's looking absolutely perfect. That's a very nice charger. Does it work?
02 OPZ, 03 echo, 03 echo.
1 2 3 4 5 radio check.
1 2 3 4 5 radio check.
I have to add a Roger beep so I know where the transmitting is ending, and you can see that by the LED. So if I key up, you've got a red LED. You cannot see this, sadly. 1 2 3 4 5 radio check. You've got a red LED. You cannot see this. When it's receiving, you've got a green 1 2 3 4 5
radio check.
So yeah, this is how it looks like. The first look. We definitely need a update after couple months of everyday use, and I can provide it. So take a look at my channel. So if you've got any question, feel free to add them. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time, and bye bye.